Welcome to the Handsomification Nation Station. My name is Mr. 2020, coming to you live from Million, Australia with Victoria on a very special Friday, November the 22nd. 2024 is almost no more. Meanwhile, I'm going to share to the groups, and she's going to talk to the troops. Go, Victoria.
Hello, welcome to another Feel It Real Fun for All on the 23rd of November 2024, and it's your manifesting questions answered right
now,
live
okay.
Now.
Maybe I'll share it there. I haven't been kicked out of that group.
Or live right now, whichever way it goes.
What group is that?
Maybe it'll just be right.
All right. Sharashri, welcome
Hello,
to the
Sharashri.
show. Doobie-doo, bop doobie.
Yes.
All right. So today I'm going to change all the lyrics of any songs that I sing because the Facebook, with its amazing AI, keeps giving me, what do we call them? Copyright violations. Because they say we're using copyrighted music without licensing it. And all I got to say is, another car turns to rust. And another car turns, and another car turns. Another car turns to rust. Now, doesn't that make you actually want to listen to the real song? Right? Hey,
Instead
your
of
car's going to rust up too. Another car turns to rust.
Yes.
All right. So,
Okay.
did you do your bits? I can't even remember. I've been all wound up.
I've introduced the show.
All right. I am gooned up on so much coffee. I had to pee. I wiped out an entire display at the Liquor Land today. Talk about good fun.
Yes.
And so, nothing. I'm sorry. Everything really shatters around me when you
Hello,
go to
Josh.
Liquor Land. All right, John Blair with the awesome hair.
Oh, John
Elizabeth.
Blair, I haven't seen you in ages.
All right. And print it out, Elizabeth. Print it out, print it out, print it out. Print it out, print it
Hello,
out, print it out. It's
Yes.
Lynn Marie Genro. She
what?
is here for the show.
Who?
Lynn Marie Genro.
Oh, yes.
All right, shall we dive in?
Yes.
We've got some Neville Goddard quote bits. Let's have her read some of those because that'll warm her voice up.
Right.
That'll warm her voice up.
All right. So, and Neville says, and don't think you will ever find a stopping place. No state you have ever created will endure unmoved, undisturbed forever, because every moment of time you are being penetrated.
Ow.
Your idea of perfection and harmony today will be disturbed tomorrow, forcing you to use your talent to construct an imaginal change.
All right, who gets this is a good thing and it doesn't have to be a war no more, can't be a chore, right? So, y'all that aren't following me on TikTok, I am seriously having so much good fun with my hairs. And baby,
Yes,
shout about it there.
Yes.
So, right, you guys got to watch the beginning and find out why the hell I'm singing all the time. But,
Yes, but
so...
there's more quotes.
This is good news.
Yes.
No state that you have will remain undisturbed. Who remembers what kind of car I owned a year ago?
Yeah, BM.
Right? How many of those have I owned in my life and bought them for the prices of Chevys or less?
Oh, lots.
Yeah, true.
In the old country.
Right? And then suddenly my state was penetrated. Right? My life with a BMW was dated. It's not that I started hated. It's that I fell in love.
Was slated? I don't know.
Exactly. And so it got me a lovely Mercedes, took 77 minutes, got it for way less than the price of what it should have been. The insurance company refused to insure it for the little amount of money I paid. And the Department of Bullshit says, no, it's worth more than that. You owe us money too. Right? So anyway, my state got penetrated. And then everything was faded. And then I created.
Oh, listen to
All right.
it go.
So no state that you have will remain unpenetrated. And that's good news. It doesn't have to be a war or a chore no more. Yo, Jack. It is the Jack Attack. That's right. So, ready? Let's dive in with the first question. We'll do the rest of the Neville Goddard quotes later.
Okay, all right. Because there's a lot of...
Oh, there's a lot, but they're little.
A lot, but they're little.
Yeah,
Quotes.
yeah.
Quotes.
It's like when we were watching that show last night, and the guy gets drunk, and he drinks all the little bottles out of the mini fridge in the hotel.
Did he?
Yeah. There was a bunch of them on the floor. You could have got one bottle for about a tenth of the price.
All right,
instead you'll be flat broke. But it's an awesome show called Austin.
Yeah.
Right? Just check it out if you're in Australia. If not, find it. Austin, Talia, welcome to the show.
Looks good. Like we've watched 3?
Yeah,
so
we
far?
stayed up late last night.
It was actually really good.
36, right? You add them all together, you get 18.
Binging.
All right.
All right.
That together, you get 9. Number 9. Number 19.
Yeah.
Number 19.
Okay.
Beatles aren't going to
All
copyright
right.
my infringement.
So the first question today is from Stella Jim.
Stella Jim.
The pearl versus the planet.
That is the rightness.
And Stella Jim asks, hi 20.
Yo.
Q. Question. I guess
Yes.
that means.
Yes.
How do you buy the pearl and live from your state without ignoring what is going on in the world, i.e. the news? If I'm living from my ideal, how does it stop me from being annoyed about what scumbags like Bill Gates, WEF and the ClimateCon are doing? Is part of living from your ideal just filtering out what's wrong in the world, like paracetamol does to a headache?
Oh, my God. So I'm a massive fan. My favorite painkiller, Joe Weldon, welcome to the show. Who knows what my favorite painkiller is?
I know what it used to be.
Let's see if she gets it right. Right?
Well,
Type it in.
a couple of years ago.
She's
Is it
gonna-
called
she-
Nurofen?
she's-
Whatever it was.
She's going to get it wrong.
Oh, there you go.
Right. Well, I used to buy a lot of ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
Yeah,
that
because
was
it wasn't hard on the liver.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be drinking heavily and taking stuff that's hard on the liver at the same time. So I thought, I'll use some sense, right?
Yes.
Right, yeah. No, that's not it.
No, that's not it. Your
Anybody
favourite
know?
painkiller.
My favorite painkiller.
Live from the States?
Of all time.
No?
Diamond Dave, welcome to the show.
Oh, hello.
Ready?
Yes.
Damn it all.
Damn.
Damn it all.
Damn it all.
I tell you, I'll be at the store, right, back when I used to buy the painkillers, and I'll be standing next to other people, they're buying the painkillers, and the painkiller section is always empty in Australia. That should tell you something, right? Taxes on liquor are high. But, but I'd say, ma'am, while you're looking, right, I'm trying to find the damn it all. Right? If you see the damn it all, would you tell me where the damn it all is? And she goes, yeah, just like it's spelled like it sounds, damn it all, right? Here's the cool thing, Stella Jim.
Good.
And by the way, I did a really, really good podcast this morning. Haven't released it yet. Did it before I got your question. We really get to notice what are we buying and what are we selling. And when we buy politics, we can't help but sell the pearl. And I really shared some really, really, really interesting stuff there because a friend of mine, I'll call him Rich, doesn't have richness of experience right now because of all the shit he's sharing. And it's really not because of the shit he's sharing, it's the shit he's swimming in. Because the only thing we ever share is what we swim in. So this is really good. What's really cool is 2 out of 3, I ain't sad.
Okay, I was going to say, don't
Now
say that
don't feel glad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't sad. Now, when I read your question, and Victoria reread your question, it was Bill Gates. I know who that is.
Yes.
Right?
WEF.
Not a clue.
Something
Seriously.
about probably World Environment Foundation or something.
Don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
making it up.
Whiskey enters the fun box.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, I have no idea. And what's the last one?
ClimateCon.
ClimateCon. Wow. See, I think of like Comic-Con and stuff like that. I have no idea about any of these monkeys. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm too busy building. Right? I'm too busy gardening. Now, here's the thing. Ready? Everybody write this down. There is no finish line in the garden.
Yeah, I know. I got
Right,
that
right,
yesterday.
right. There is no finish line in the garden.
Yes.
Right. If you're a gardener, you're a gardener. It's an ongoing emergent. And what happens is we tend to go, it's over, we're finished, there's a finish line.
I need it to stay like that.
Yeah, I need it
forever.
to stay like this. This has got to stop.
No weeds.
We draw
Yes.
all these lines that just get in the way of life. So, crass commercial, Pearl Power Pack. 3 calls. We did 3 calls. Now, here's the thing. I'll tell you the story. Right? They said I had to vote. Right? Back when I wasn't allowed to touch a fork. So it's like radio, because I chose to totally ignore the fucking loogie and the lockdowns, and I'm not getting shots, so I can go get my hair cut. So my hair was long, right? I wasn't allowed to go out and eat, couldn't swim, couldn't exercise. Well, I could walk by my own and keep 20 meters from everyone. It was really draconian,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
And I just said, listen, if you guys are requiring that I go stand in line next to people and touch pencils and stand in cubicles, right? That's wrong. Not going to do it. And so while I'm doing that and copying my attitude, I find out it's like $1,000 fine. If I don't go, they don't just go, oh, that's fine. No, they say, here's your fine. And so I said, radio, how can I make $1,000 real quick? Let's do a call on the Pearl of Great Price on the day I should be voting. We had so much fun, we did 3 calls. We explored why 21,237 emails, why people don't buy the Pearl, and how to wiggle them into it. So, crass commercial, pearlpowerpack.com. Yes. Dennis, welcome to the show. All right, shall we continue?
Yeah,
Stella Jim,
we
stick
shall.
around because we will be answering your question as we answer other questions. And questioners, as I just want to break out in song, but I know it's wrong because Facebook will treat me like a crook. But I digress.
Okay.
You should see her in a dress. Ow.
The next question from Dream Driven Day is Shanita. How to dance more? And Shanita asks, hey, Mr. 20, if you see this before the show today, can you add it?
Yes.
Can you speak about dancing a little more, or some ways I can dance in life?
All right. Because my dog wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. My dog wants to party all the time, party all the time.
Right.
All right, let's see if Eddie Murphy gives me a copyright violation on that one. Right? So, yeah. Right? Now, let's pretend. So I like alliteration in the nation of the station of my creation, right? And I so appear to like rhyme today, right?
Appears to.
Appears to be, as I appear to, right?
Yes.
So let's pretend that your life is a dinner plate. And on your dinner plate, you determine your fate, and you can put on it things that you hate. Right? Going back to the earlier questions and the laters. And so what can happen is you can have dances or you can have dreads, but you can only put so much in your head. Right? So if your dinner plate was your head and your life was full of strife, you can just notice that she's my wife. And I go, yo, let's do the show. And we have fun and we get it done. Heather. Doobie doobie doo, Heather. Doobie doobie doo, Heather. See, yeah, copyright violate me, right? Go for it. Let's have some fun today. This is what happens: too much coffee and a copyright violation.
Too much coffee.
Right?
Yes.
And anyway,
So
yeah. How to dance more? You got to remove. You got to wipe. Period.
how to dance more? Yes.
Yeah, you got to wipe.
Got to wipe.
Yeah, I got to wipe. Right? So every morning, you all know I do my Joseph Goddards the way that I teach them, not the way other people are saying how it's done. I find that fascinating, right? So I do my Joseph Goddards, and then I get up and I go to the loo and I drop a poo. The kids are at the pool. I'm no fool.
Yes.
And then I get on with my day. Well, let's ask Victoria. Victoria, how much time do I spend in the loo every day?
Not that much.
Not that much. And while I'm in there, I take in the device so I can start gathering data for my day so I can dance, right? So what we don't want to do is put a pile of poo on the plate, right? When you put a pile of poo on your plate, there's no room for the food. So you can have some poo or you can have some food. Duh.
Wow, you've had lots of coffee.
I've had lots of coffee today, right?
Yes.
But how much fun can you have? And here's the thing. You got to shower it off. You got to wipe it off when you're done on the loo. You got to rinse off the plate, clear your fate, and then you can have a life you don't hate.
All right.
All right. I'm going to have to study. Who's the white rapper guy? He loves the way you lie.
Oh, I used to love that song.
Yeah, me too. I tried karaokeing that. That was trippy.
The name of his name.
Eminem.
Oh,
Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah. Join us in manifestingmasterycourse.com. Anyway, Heather, oh my God. I tell you, you cannot. You and I need to do a duet. Yeah, we'll just do it. This is how we do it. That's Victoria's favorite song.
You are really What's the word?
Fire.
Testing Facebook.
I'm sitting in your car. On comes the radio. The
All
noise is
right.
horribly.
So that was the Sinead.
I
How to
don't want
dance a
to
little
hear
more.
today. I hit a bunch of buttons.
Yes.
Away it goes. Whoa.
Right.
And then we sing about desires. All right. Let's keep going. I got to lift the stand up, though. You take the mic.
All right. Okay. That's better. Okay. Step in the frame.
Perfect. Look at that. Let's keep going.
All right. So thank you, Shanita, for your question. The next question's from Remarkable Penny.
You know what I notice? Most of now I end up, the TikTok is serving me up LOA shit because I'm sharing mine. And these people are so, some
How
of them.
do they know that you're doing LOA?
Because of hashtags. Yeah, hashtags.
Are you putting the hashtags in?
Yeah, that way people can find it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes.
So it's serving me up these things, and they usually go one out of two directions. I'm so fucking boring, I talk forever. And I go, radio. They don't get many views. And then there's the perky people. Hi, I'm perky, and I'm scripted. I'm scripted, and I'm perky, and I'm perky, and I'm jerky, and I'm scripted because I'm cryptid. Okay. And I just go, they didn't say anything.
Yes.
Right? They didn't discover anything along the way. Watch how I discover shit as I talk. Right? This is what life is about. If you're discovering things as you live,
You don't have to rhyme it. Yeah,
I so want to. I'm holding it back. I'm just watching the look of abject horror in her story.
something about give, I guess. With
I can't give
Yeah,
if
okay.
giving is without
Shouldn't have told you.
you.
A sieve, maybe a sieve.
I love sieves. They filter out the apple cores.
Okay.
I gave her a shiv and a shank. She goes into the garden and she gives things a crank.
Oh, a crank. Okay.
All right, your turn.
All right.
She does actually. It's probably more of a yank than a crank. But
Yeah, it is on tufts of grass and
Yes.
stuff, yes.
tufts of grass.
Okay. So the next question is from
Annie.
Remarkable Penny, the age of
Or Annie.
Aquarius.
Oh, this is great.
And Penny asks, age of Aquarius, anything interesting about this stellar event?
Oh my God! So I still want to sing the song, right? Yeah, I do. Okay.
We could just hum it without words and maybe then it's not valid. I don't know.
When Jupiter aligns with Mars, right? All that stuff, right?
Yes.
You know what? I love that you asked this because a lot of people are buying into that. So y'all remember, like, for the last 6 months, I was putting people on 30 days at a time snooze on Facebook because I just got tired of and this will be the podcast I haven't released yet, right? Give me an amen. Right, Trump, Kamala, just whatever. Everyone's going back and forth, and everyone's giving amens. Yep, you're exactly right. Preach it, brother. And I don't know if anybody got converted over the 6 months that I kept sleeping people. But it's like, look, I get who you're following, and I get why you're pissed off, and I get... So for 6 months or more, people have been holding their breath, and now there's a result. And those who lost, some of them are terrified and writing me. I'm finding a lot of fun with that because I say, cool, comment coaching don't work. How about if you invest a few bucks? Oh, no, can't do that. Something bad will happen over the next 20 years. We're entering into the dark ages. Then your money doesn't matter, does it? Right? No matter what, you can't reach them because they're in Nutterville. Then they're the people that support the winner, and they're in Nutterville. They're going to eliminate him before he gets in. It's going to be bad. It's terrible. It's the new world herder. And it's like, all right, I really don't care.
Who was that guy?
Oh, Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Love me
that's
some
it.
Alex
I remember.
Jones.
You used to do
right?
him a lot.
I used to do Alex a lot.
On the show, yes.
So, but here's the thing. So for 6 months, I was snoozing people over politics. And then became the Mikey and the Jakey thing. Yeah, there's Mikey and there's Jake. There's Mikey and there's Jake. I heard the Dario. And nobody's really hitting each other. It's like radio. So then there's that. Then there's the whole thing. It's a conspiracy. They defrauded us. $60 million, all that stuff. Don't care. Right? Now, here's what's really, really cool. So all that's over. And what's the new thing?
Age of Aquarius.
We got the age of Aquarius. There's always, it is the age of Aquarium. Age of Aquarium. It's fishy to me. Right? And people go straight down the tube. And you'll notice I have this amazing capacity to bring anything and add it to anything and have fun with it. Because this is what I do all my day long. Right? I took this old dead guy, Neville Goddard, and neurolinguistic programming and Native American wisdom, and I said, Victoria, get me a bowl.
A bowl?
Yep. And I cracked all the eggs, and I mixed them all together, and I baked something. And here you are. And we're blessing the world, having some fun, making some money, helping you guys make differences in your life. Some of you always making money, too, because you're doing what we say. You're going out into play, right? I just can't stay away from the rhyme and the reason. It's the season, right?
Yes.
And so here's what happens. 20 gets infected by the tick-tock, and now all he can do is rhyme when he talks, right? I can't help it, right? And this is what your life is about. You will always be penetrated. You might as well pick who and what penetrates you. Right?
From Neville's quote right at the beginning, if you
Yes.
didn't see it, hear it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Paula Lopez, welcome
Very
to
cool.
the show. All right.
All right.
I tell you, I think I'm missing a question. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. All right. Let us continue because...
Did you want to read any more of the little quotes, or that's later?
No, we're getting to the little quotes. See, you notice
I
how
don't
she...
think you need more coffee.
It's the Neville Goddard cup. And inside is what's left.
Yes. All right. Are you right?
You know what's great? After
Yes.
this, I go to the gym, and then I leave the gym and go for a swim. Can you imagine the havoc I'm going to wreak?
For me.
Yeah, Victoria. Yeah, Victoria gets to have Victoria time,
Yes.
and 20 gets to go out and devastate and demolish the dreads.
The dreads.
Ah.
Okay. All right. So that was for Remarkable Penny. Thank you very much for your
All right,
question.
let's
Penny.
keep going for the
Yes,
show.
Okay. The next question's from Anand from Mumbai.
Feliz Ananan.
Everybody is only yourself pushed out. Please expand on this, Mr. 2020 from Mumbai. That's fascinating because we were only talking about
He
this
is the
yesterday.
Mumbai guy.
We were only talking about
Mumbai.
No, not Mumbai. The everybody pushed out. Or
Yeah.
everything pushed out.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is how it happens. Anand, you just played your part, and I got it this morning, and I have some really cool systems in place because I can bounce all over the box and have a lot of fun. So I've got systems put in place to help me farm for stuff because I'm a hunter, and I need systems to help me farm the fields. And so one of the systems is what she's holding there,
Yeah.
combined with something called Kindle. And in Kindle, I have pretty much everything Neville Goddard ever did, right? The real stuff. And I go in there and I type in words like pushed out.
Yes.
And suddenly every quote shows up. And I get to go, oh boy. So I pulled some bits. Someone's going to crack the shits because this is not about, they don't have free will.
Might get a lot of hits.
It might get a lot of hits. So, ready?
Yes.
Scroll back up to
All
those
right.
quotes, honey.
So-
We're going to do something that's funny.
So, Neville said, the whole vast word, but I think it's world,
Yeah.
is you pushed out.
Now, he had some variations there. Yourself, myself, God, the individual.
Yeah.
Now, I find that interesting. Right? The whole vast world is you pushed out. So we're going to do something about changing the way you look at it today because I want you to come play. Now, what's the next?
Actors playing their parts.
Actors play their parts. In my world, she will play her part. That doesn't mean she doesn't have free will or doesn't exist. I can tell you this much, right? I have dated people that didn't think I had free will, right?
Not fun.
They're in a land far, far away. Some of them, the bodies haven't been seen in a while. Just saying how we're playing.
All right.
Let us continue.
So if I encounter an aspect of myself.
Oh my God. So if I encounter an aspect of myself, right?
Yes.
Nancy and I were having a great chat about this the other day, and I said, listen, Grandpa used to say, Somebody write this down, hashtag Grandpa Wisdom. Grandpa used to say, if you leave the house and you encounter an asshole, you encountered an asshole. In other words, a stray thought. On the other hand, if you leave the house and everyone's an asshole, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
Right? And so let's say you encounter a stray thought, a stray aspect of you. Come here, puppy. Good boy. Right?
Oh, yes.
Right? And so Neville says, and this is, where the fuck is it?
Well,
when I see the need and without his consent, I lift up. So here's what I did today. So I decided to go out and play, give Victoria a little room. That way she could do a little bit of zoom, right? And so I go out and I pick up 2 bottles of whiskey to last me the rest of the year. And I discovered that I have to urinate, right? Right. So
2 puppies in the car.
2 puppies in the car, can't go
People
far.
lined up outside,
Drunk lots of coffee, right?
Yes.
So I decide and I stop and then I go and then I stop and see Josh Eve before the show. Josh has Faith on sale today and I tell him, look, you got to come play. You're going to start singing George Michael when I come into the room. Boom, boom, boom. He has no idea what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, I pick up my bag from the counter and I drop it. Suddenly there's a puddle that's over 700 milliliters. Remember, I was a policeman. They taught us to look at a puddle and go, that one's not worth touching, right? That one's already dead. So when you look at a body and you see a puddle, which is basically what I did today, I look at the floor and I see a puddle and I go, that's more than 700 mils. That means 2 out of 3, right?
Ain't bad.
Yeah.
Also, yes.
Ain't 2 out of 3, yes. I'm sad. And so one of them is the bottle of wine. Another one is a bottle of pink gin. Because it's on sale, $56, all right. And so I'm helping Josh do the cleanup because I'm trained in cleanup, right? As a janitor and a policeman, right? Stand back, right?
Yes.
You do not contaminate the scene or jeopardize your safety. And so we do the cleanup, and I ask him. Now remember, I've imagined giving her the bottle of gin and 2 bottles of wine. I said, Josh, is this on your insurance or mine? And he says, well, we replace the wine, but we usually don't replace the liquor. And I just went, fair enough, right? And we're cleaning shit up, and I can tell he's processing, and he gives me a bottle of gin. He goes, look, I can write it off. They don't like me to. But I only have one this quarter, and you just doubled my rates. I'm like, great, thanks, Josh. Love you. Yeah, let me tell you something about a coyote date, and I'm out, right? So, hashtag coyote date. So meanwhile, yes. So we look at all this, the individual. Okay, so let's keep going with the. So I encountered an aspect of myself, and without his consent, I lift Josh up because I've just ruined his day. Right? I lift up total strangers. Right? Yeah. Why the hell not? Because if I'm imagining health for me and feeling bad for that poor asshole, what do you think I'm gonna get? Right? I'm getting what I'm giving. We all are. So let's keep going.
All that you behold.
All that you behold.
All that befalls you would be next.
Yeah, all that you behold. Right? When I go out, I don't see suffering people being taken advantage of by the powers that be. I see opportunities to lift up, to imagine lovingly for, to imagine them getting gold, imagine them buying the pearl even if they have no idea what I could be talking about. I see opportunities to imagine lovingly, to compliment people. All that I behold. That's me pushed out. On the other hand, if I feel bad for them, I'm just feeling bad for me. I feel bad for them because I'm going to be there sooner or later. So I feel bad. They're old. No, I don't. I lift up because they're divine. So, good on you, Dennis.
Nice.
All right, let us keep going.
The world is your dream pushed out.
I really like that because all the time I say, look, Neville says it's equally a dream, the imaginal and the physical. He doesn't say one's the illusion.
No.
All right? He says it's all equally a dream. And it's like, all right. And the people that do the whole thing, it's all an illusion. Hey, again, so far, y'all haven't sent me your iPhones. All right? If it's all an illusion, send me your illusionary iPhone. Right? I'm not going to get it. On the other hand, I get that I really screwed with Josh's day today. Accidentally, and I really imagined good for him. And I got given 2 too. And I really imagined giving a real person some real nice gin.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
is there anything else there?
Yep, the individual dreamer.
He talks about the individual dreamer dreams forth. And remember, the dreamer in you is God. So there's a lovely little paradox here. We're the Elohim. We're the many that make up the one. We're also the one that's made up of many little microstates. And when happy loving husband's imagining giving the gin to Victoria, happy loving friend is imagining Josh being okay. You get it? All these different micro me's.
And only states of consciousness pushed out.
All right. So as long as you imagine there's victims out there, you're going to find stuff stuck in your hair. Anyway, let's keep going. This is a great question. Tossed out a lot.
Yeah, you
And I'll
did.
tell you what I don't get into. It's my fault they didn't or couldn't. I get into responsibility. Responsibility defined as what's my response? There's my ability. Right? My response.
Nice.
Right? I don't beat the shit out of myself when I accidentally drop a bag and 1,400 milliliters of liquid is all over the place, ruining Josh's store display. Right? I don't stand
9
around
in the morning.
at 9 in the morning. Right? Hey, Josh, what a great way to start your Friday, pal. I'm here. Have no fear. Right? If I beat myself up, if I entered into guilt, if I entered into all that bullshit, well, they should have designed this differently. The powers that be. It's my responsibility, my ability to respond. So what do? Right? Have I bought the pearl? Yes or no?
It's all about being able as well.
Yes.
About being an
When
able
you sell the
response.
pearl, you don't have able. Okay? It's like having a lovely car and disconnecting the battery and deciding, I'm going to push it. Push it good.
Let me just shut that door. I'll only be
On Emmett?
2 seconds.
Bye, Emmett. See you, Emmett.
Keep it cold in there.
That's right, because it's getting hot.
Very hot.
Getting hot.
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So, just want to keep the house cool. Excellent. Thank you, Penny. That
Right.
was. Sorry. Thank you, Penny. Of course. Sorry, but thank you, Anand
From Mumbai. That's right. Vlis Anand.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, the next one's from Sonia on Facebook. How are you and Victoria Lynn doing?
It could have been a total shit show today,
That is all.
right?
She's wondering because you got your hair cut and you look so handsome.
I am
now.
so incredibly handsome, just like
You got
she's
your fade.
beautiful. Right? So here's the thing, right? How are we doing? It all comes back to who are we being, right? When she's a happy, loving wife and I'm a happy, loving husband and she's a happy, loving gardener and I'm a happy, loving whatever the hell bullshit
Hot
state
tub
that I
owner.
love. Hot tub owner.
Yes.
Right? So she comes in today and she goes, hey, it's beeping.
Yes.
Right?
Your hot tub.
So it's I'm 3 hours into my day, time to go get in the hot tub, and she comes over and she goes, it's beeping. That's never a good sign. Right?
Powers off.
Right? And she lets me know. And I could have gone into, good morning. Yeah, it's a day I really hate. Good morning, good
It's not
morning.
self-evident
It's
day of the
blue,
week.
right? And I could enter into a shit state that fast. And of course, who you always take it out on those closest to you who deliver the news, right? And it's like, well, what the fuck did you do about it, right? Right? Y'all ever be married before?
You
Right?
didn't say that.
Not at
which
all.
is good.
Right?
Yes.
Which is good. You didn't say it
Yes.
this time. Well, on a Friday,
That's
not before
right.
the show, right? Because I need her to be in a good mood for the show. So,
Yeah. That's right. You were making coffee then. More coffee.
yeah, I was making more
you
coffee,
tell?
right? And I said, all right, no biggie, nothing I can do. Let's go over. I'll hop in, take her for a spin, then I'll go to the store and win. And that's what I did. But how we doing? It all depends on who we're being. IdentityBasedManifesting.com. Crass commercial, cause I can. Let it give to your whole lifespan. That's all I got. But thanks for asking. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you, Sonia.
So we sent out the email this week to the email list. And here's when you get the gist. I said, hey guys, go and get something free. It's a gift from her and me. And here's what happened. About 4% of the people that went there, it was $3 versus free. because the link
Yeah,
broke.
I don't know what happened
Right?
there.
And so I wrote every single person, hey, I see you paid $3
Really
for it.
sorry,
Really
yeah.
sorry. I can give you a refund, store credit, or buy the puppy some treats.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. I only had 2 people get really dicky with me. That's like utterly fascinating. Because when somebody, drops some money to do a live call or joins Remarkable and prepays for a year, I very rarely have a problem.
Yeah.
But over $3, people go fucking nuts, right? So they just do. But here's the cool thing, right? Probably about 10% of the people actually gave me a thank you. Put up a comment, sent me an email, shared something on the Facebook, so on and so forth. Why am I talking about this?
We're talking about how are you and Victoria Lynn doing?
Right? And this whole happy, loving teacher thing, I can enter into the state of, you're all ungrateful assholes. Oh, I could enter into that state.
Well, it goes
right?
back to like
Yeah.
Stella Jim's.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
or you pushed out. Like,
Yep. So if I entered into the state of you're all ungrateful assholes, guess what? I'm the asshole.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if I just go into, all right, whatever, I don't care. Because I just want y'all to have real Neville. So like, here's 20 recordings, 212 somethings or another. It's free. Some people paid $3. Everybody but 2 people said buy the puppy's treats. 2 people said, I will definitely take a refund, please.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate
That's
that.
fine.
Right? But it's like, wow. Don't get it. But I digress. Anthony.
Okay.
All right. So, Facebook, how we're doing. Yeah. And again, how am I doing as a happy, loving teacher? Same thing. Right? Same thing. It's all, how are we doing? It's who we're being. Always comes back to who you're being. I saw Olive.
Saw Anthony as well arrive.
All right.
Cool. Excellent. So, Sonia, thank you for checking in.
That's right. How are you? Let me know.
Yeah.
Drop me a note.
Yeah.
By the way, I always tell people, y'all in Remarkable, I keep saying, ask me for 2 minutes. Or if you want to, book a 30 or 60. All right? I love touching people.
Loves people.
I really do. And when people disappear and they think about things and they go in their head for 6 fucking years or something, I wonder why. I'm here. Just say hi. Now, don't expect 45 minutes of comment coaching, because comment coaching goes nowhere. But I want to hear from you. And hey, if there's a suggestion I can make, I'll make it. So Feliz Navidad. So drop me a note. Love to hear from you more. And y'all in Remarkable, right? Got 2 minutes? Swear to God, I had a couple the other morning. I mean, they just rolled through. It was beautiful. And one of them was Jerry. Hi, Jerry. He's not here, but somebody tagged Jerry.
And
So-
you did it to Lisa.
Oh, Lisa and LaRock and I had a great one, right? A couple others, but it was
I
just,
heard you from the bed.
yeah. It was lovely. All right.
I'm just going to let Bruce in because he's hot and panting and
Oh,
wants
look
to
at that.
decide.
That's right.
Emmett won't be happy, but
All right.
that's
So
fine.
I'll sing some songs. I won't be wrong because doobie bop 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 do. We will have a great Thanksgiving. People ask if we celebrate Thanksgiving in Australia. No. But I do enjoy a turkey once in a while.
You don't actually have it now.
No, I've found
You could.
fowl.
Oh, right, you
Yeah,
found it foul.
yeah. I have no interest in fowl anymore.
Okay. Cool.
Right.
All right. So thank you, Sonia. Yes.
And by the way,
Great to
notice
hear
this
from
goes
you.
back to the whole penetration thing from earlier. I get to choose who and what penetrates me. And if I get penetrated without knowing it, woo, right? I get to go, right, yeah, out, be gone, right? Because it will happen, right? So even this, what's going to penetrate? Victoria brings me the bad news. I admit only the honorable and the dignified. We'll be driving into another different kind of adventure of the 12 apostles, 12 disciples next year.
Yeah.
And the first one, Simon Peter, admit only the honorable and the dignified.
Yeah.
I love that my wife showed up. All right, I'm not admitting that there's a crisis or a problem. I'm admitting appreciation that she let me know it's making the beep noise.
Beep noise. Beep, beep.
That's
yes.
right. So, cross commercial over.
Cool.
Jamaica's here. Yo.
We were just
You
talking
missed me
about you.
talking about you. Right?
Yeah.
You're going to have to rewind it. Be kind. Go and
Okay.
rewind.
And yes, says Lisa and me, I love the 12 disciples. I loved how we explored it
a couple of years ago.
Back,
yeah, and this is going to be a rock and roll exploration this time.
Yeah.
She gets to see some of my notes. Right? Pity the fool. Pity the fool.
The next question is from Dream Driven Day Jeff, year-end review. And Jeff asks, with the year almost over, what is your go-to method to review the year as you prepare for the new year 2025?
So we're going to preface this. We're going to preface it as well. So because these artificial distinctions could land you in hell, right? Now here's what's fun, right? So we're Australians, right? So America does something that I consider pretty smart. America has the financial year begin with the physical year. So there's only one thing to keep track of. December 31st is coming. It's time to freak out. Right? Freak out. Right? Australia, God darn it, we're just so clever here. We go, oh, we're not going to be like the rest of the world. We're going to have the end of the physical year on December 31st and the end of the financial year at the end of June.
Yeah, but
how many?
UK, but you're even worse. The end of your financial year is the 5th of April. I mean, where do you pick a date like that?
All right,
That's the end of the financial year.
Okay, let's have a marital spat, shall we?
No, I'm
All ready?
saying.
I'm an April Fool. Right? I happen to notice the day begins in when the sun rises. I tend to believe and experience the year begins in spring when the trees bud. Right? So for me, the year begins around my birthday, April 1st. Right? So those fools, pity the fool, that we call the UK, right? Guess what? Yeah, they're actually doing something somewhat right. So if you look up April Fools, okay, I'm an April Fool.
You.
I was born on April Fool's Day, so how cool is that? So I tend to go, ready? You're going to love this, Jeff. So I get to panic or play more. The end of June. Does anyone know how many days are in June? I don't. Watch her go. She's going to do it. Right?
I know that from ages ago. Yeah, go.
Right. I don't know how many days are in June, but the last day of June is the end of the financial year. So go, panic, 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 or play. Right. On the other hand, December 31st is the end of the calendar year. Go, panic or play. Me, I go another year older, another year wiser, maybe. Right. April 1st. All right. Now I'm another year older. I get to panic or play more. And I find it fascinating because when we do these evaluations, if I just look at the garden, I get to go, there are no finish lines in the garden. If I go, there's a finish line in the garden, it's almost the end of spring, it's almost the end of summer. And by the way, we've both bought into this, right? If we buy into, man, a couple more days and then I can't get this kind of shit done, really? Maybe not. But it's really fascinating to be able to go, my life is an ongoing emergent. And so let's get to the penetration thing. Ow. Right? So your state will be penetrated. My state will be penetrated by the end of the financial year Australia, my birthday, and the end of the year. The question is, do I let it be fun? Right? Because if I don't let it be fun, then it's like, oh, it's December 31st. How do we do it? Oh, fuck me. Right? I remember last year. So we started up Remarkable in a new way last year, and we did the promo starting in October, and people start signing up, and then everything drops off. And then probably 25 to 30% of our people signed up from January the 1st until the first call, right? If I panic because it's the end of the year and we've made so much money, and we should have made so much more money, but it's the end of the year and we only made this much money, then I get loopy and lost, and I leave you guys and her. On the other hand, if I just know it's an ongoing emergent, more people will sign up, more people will join in the fun. Because people are bored to fucking tears with their lives, and some of them actually want some fellowship instead of doing it all on their own. Join Remarkable.com, right? And the thing which is cool is there are no finish lines in the garden. That doesn't mean I don't evaluate the garden. I talk with Victoria, and she talks with me. Sometimes I talk with Victoria, and she talks at me. Sometimes I actually listen to her when she's talking at me, right? All depends what state we're each or both in. But we can notice that garden bed needs some mulch. This one could use a little bit better of a border. You know what would go good in that one? Something Manthiums, right? I love something Manthian.
Something Manthians.
Something Manthians, right? Oh yeah, I could see some
I'll go
purple.
buy some.
I could see some purple something Manthians in there, right? And if we go through the garden and live it as an ongoing emergent, there's no emergencies with deadlines. But we also get to acknowledge summertime, we're probably not planting much.
No.
Because if you dig a hole and you put a tree in the summertime, you might as well just take that money and buy Old Milwaukee in a can and leave it on the curb. Because it sucks. It's just silly. So we get to know right now is planting season. It's spring here for a few more days, even though it doesn't feel like today. But we get to acknowledge, yeah, there's some rules we get to play by. But we also get to notice, how do we let it penetrate us? Because the end of the financial year, the end of the physical year, the end of my 2020 year, April 1st. Cool. All nice artificial distinctions that I can use to poke the panic button or to invite me to dance more. So how do I play with all that, do all that, so on? I tend to just smoke a cigar and allow some, what we call in Remarkable, upside to show up, and notice what's next. We just hit the end of a financial year.
There's definitely like this feeling of accomplished, satisfied, and ownership.
Yep,
like
the
at
Trinity.
the end of your day, the end of your year, the end of your life, almost like the last gasp method. It's feeling about that. Yeah.
So I've noticed this past year, and Lucien Larocque and I sort of talked about this in a different way. I have had a year where I've realized I may have been talking to people that are stuck on self-improvement and adopting their language. And this stuff is not about self-improvement. This is about personal transformation. It's not about micro better. It's about miracles. So you look at my face and body from a year ago to today. You all know about this. December 25th, Epiphany, smoking a cigar. It was actually about 10:30 in the morning. Yeah, boom, hit me like a ton of bricks. And 11 months later, look at me. Right, completely different body. People argue with me, insisting I had a hip replacement. Right, I have, but not a surgical one. Right, my entire beingness has changed. So when I look at, all right, literally over the calendar year of 11 months and 22 days or so, it's been a year of physical and mental transformation. Now what? What's the theme of next year? I get to discover it. I get to define it in some ways, and I get to define it in some ways and discover it in others. Yeah. And so the theme of next year, again, Victoria gets privy to some of the notes, the insane ramblings at 6:30 in the morning, right? It's a lot of fun's coming up, right? But again, transformation, not incremental improvement. It's not about self-development, getting stronger. It's personal transformation. It's really about personal revelation, revealing you. You get that I am so much more here than I was 2 years ago, and we were still kicking ass 2 years ago. But look back and even watch back. So join in the fun. So how's that? Did we stick anywhere near that? Thanks, Jeff.
So your go-to method to review the year?
Yeah. I review... See, watch this. I just found it. If you watch the way I access things, I just found it. I review the year by viewing into the next one. Right? As if it's already happened. All right? I don't hope. I don't regret. I don't have any guilt about blasting Josh's display this morning. All right? I immediately did what mattered. And I also physically joined in the cleanup. Right? On the other hand, I could be guilty about it and see him next and take him a treat and apologize. And yeah, right. I could feel small and he could feel small because I feel small, and he could feel bad that I feel bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Where no one wins.
And we could do that about our last year.
Yeah.
Or we could just notice, radio. I see, you get it?
I really like that. That's probably my strawberry bit.
Cool.
If I remember by the time we get to there about
Somebody
we
hashtag
review by viewing
Yes.
into the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
So by the way, I don't need any details there, right? I can go into the next year. What is next year? 2026, right? And I can experience.
Is it? Oh, wow.
20. Fuck me, right? I'm not good at this, right?
Yes.
I can go. See, I just went 2026.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I go into 2026, and I'm feeling accomplished and satisfied. Ownership. Right? You see, 2025 is also a thing of the past for me. Right? But I still get to live it and love it.
Yeah.
Got it? Versus, how many regrets could I have about 2024 and how I could have done things differently and who I pissed off and who I hurt and the bottles of shit broken and
Yeah.
right.
Cool.
All right.
Very cool. Okay, so thank you. Thank you, DDD Jeff.
And join us in Remarkable, Jeff.
Yeah.
JoinRemarkable.com.
And the last question today is from our remarkable Lisa Ann Rock, that loving feeling. And Lisa asks, hello 20 in Victoria.
Yo.
I saw a fascinating clip from a movie about the soprano Marie Callas. Questioner, tell me how it felt to be on stage. Marie, an exaltation, an intoxication. I thought the stage itself would burn. Last week you said, real desire beckons, invites courtship. A change in circumstance does not get us to our desired end. Feeling I am experiencing now moves all that is. Human love and love for our desires or craft is felt bone deep, almost achingly, passionately, an intoxication. We seem to naturally access feeling deeply when love motivates us. Please share your thoughts. Thank you, Lisa.
All right, ready? We just watched So Long, Marianne. It was a series about Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I could watch that repeatedly starting tonight.
Yeah.
All right, we're watching something else lovely right now, but this is a show worth watching. Love is what you are. Your awareness of being is God. I'm pulling this from Neville and I'm pulling this from my personal experience. Your awareness of being is God. Love is what you are. If you think you need motivation and inspiration, you have forgotten who you are. You have forgotten how it works. You have forgotten the pearl. You are love. Love is what moves everything. Fear freezes. Fear shrinks. Right? Fear is not the opposite of love. Fear is the denial of your divinity. If your desires are divine in origin, and every desire has its own plan and power of fulfillment, why is it that you need motivated and inspirated? You don't. I get up in the morning. If I needed motivated and inspirated to answer your emails or comment on your posts, my replies would be shit and manipulative. They would have to be. Because I'd feel like shit and I'd have to manipulate me and you into doing something. On the other hand, if I just share from the heart, I will probably put up a lot of links telling people, buy the $7 product, join us in Remarkable, whatever, right? Because I'm not going to type to you for 4 hours about something that we have a 3-hour pack on. It's ridiculous. So spend $7, buy the 3-hour pack, spend the $40, buy the bigger one, right? And this is so good because love is what moves everything. And I'm not talking the emotion of craving. I'm talking about caring. So it took me, I'm trying to be as honest as I can here. It took me at least 3 minutes to park her BMW SUV today. at Kohl's because there was only one car park. The place was packed, and it was against a wall in a corner. It's the worst parking spot there. And even though her car has all the cameras and radars and sonars and stuff, it took me 3 minutes to park her car because I care. I didn't take 3 minutes because I feared bumping shit, right? One of my relatives just gave up their driver's license because they feared hitting shit, right? Good on them for giving up their driver's license, right? On the other hand, I'm driving and caring. We're here every Friday because we care. And some of you join in things, some of you don't. Some of you buy into your fears. You know, something bad's going to happen in the next 2 years, and I can't do anything this month. And yeah, I get it. We've all bought into fear before. But I'm going to the gym today because I care. I have fallen back in love with my body. I am eating meals instead of memories. I am loving developing more response and responsibility in my body. I'm able to strut whenever I was, what we call walking with a walking stick the way I did. A controlled fall, right? Having a stick in my hand to have a controlled fall from here to there with pain every step. I can now strut for a couple windows of time during the day, and then I just walk normal, and then I just get tired. But everything is getting stronger because I'm caring. I'm not careful. I'm caring. And here's the biggest thing. If you're in careful, which means you're in fear, you need inspiration, you need motivation, you need to talk yourself into things, blah, 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 bullshit. And for years, I've been playing Watch Me. Sometimes I get stuck in Watch Out, and that's where I was stuck for a while with my body. Watch out. Yeah. Be careful. Yeah. Right?
Where's your stick? Yeah.
Where's my stick? Right? Victoria, will you go get me this? Because it's going to hurt and I'm slow. Now I've got something called variable speeds. It's called fun. And this is just what's really awesome. Whenever you can get... we shared a little triangle in Remarkable. I'll put it up on my timeline if somebody reminds me. And it'll make almost no sense if you're not in Remarkable. But it has to do with the problems of participant. Because as a participant in life, I drew a little diagram, and the dance floor of participant is defined by 3 points of a triangle. One is pleasure. Yeah, Joe Weldon and I have talked many times about I don't do what I don't want to do. So it better be pleasing. The second one is passion. I'm passionate about this stuff, and you guys, and Native American wisdom, and Neville Goddard, and neurology, and NLP. I'm nuts about this stuff. I'm passionate about it. But here's the third one, and the one that everyone avoids, the one that shuts down your systems. It's called pain. Now, I know there's going to be some new age fucking fluff bunnies out there that say I shouldn't be negative or swear or drink whiskey or smoke cigars or eat meat, right? Meanwhile, in the real world, if you dance, you will probably get your toes stepped on. If you run in the dark, you're probably going to stub your toe. Right? It's just going to happen. Let's ask her. We've talked this week, haven't we?
Oh, a couple of times.
A couple of times. Yes. Is either one of us said something to the other and experienced something called a misunderstanding?
Probably.
Oh, yeah. She says something to me the other day, and I'm just looking at her like she's got 4 heads. I don't have a clue what she's not talking about. Right? And by the way, that's painful, because now there's what seems to be separation. Now, pleasure, passion, pain. That's all part of any relationship. That's called being a participant in life. And if you try to avoid pain, I'm going to the gym today. I will exercise on every machine to the point of failure. I have the weight adjusted, so that's somewhere between 8 and 12 reps. I fail. Every machine. Right? Yeah, done. I don't hurt myself, but there will be pain. Right? When I go to bed at night, pretty much every night, I'm caring about my body. So I take it to the point of failure, right? And I have no problem with failure. right? But let's bring it back to the dance. If I'm worried about stepping on her toes or her stepping on mine and I avoid the dance with her, what's the fucking point in being married?
Yeah. What are you doing on the dance floor then?
There's no dance floor. Yeah. So then you only have a line between pleasure and passion. But being able to open up to pain, I've been writing some really cool shit. And I'll stop and I'll visit it later. And I'll go, oh, wow. And then I'll rewrite it a little bit. Oh, wow.
You'll review it.
Yeah.
Review it in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so the pain of having written something that is not up to my standards, I don't avoid. The pain of having smashed a bottle in Josh's store, I don't avoid. I genuinely feel bad, and then I genuinely lift up. And then I participant in the cleanup. And I participant in imagining his day going fantastic. And if we try to avoid the pain, you're avoiding all three. You'll have much less pleasure, you'll have much less passion, and then you end up watching cat videos all day going, those are funny. Yeah, you like funny when you're fucked, right? You have fun when you frolic. And so you share with the lady about the lady on the stage.
Yeah, Marie Callas. Yeah.
I haven't worked a stage in years. When the Department of Immigration said no more hanging out with your 4X people because I was on the wrong visa, I went 100% online because they said I'm allowed to do that. But let's ask her, did I have fun on stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, did they like it?
Yeah, they loved it.
Oh, yeah. And I'd get up on the stage and I'd have some notes and I'd look at them and then deviate as far as I could from them. Right? And they'd say, that was cool. Can we do a one-on-one? Sure. Right? And it was because of being able to be present. Being able to be the present, the gift. Being able to be present with them. In other words, letting what they need show up through me. Letting me show up in a way that gives so I can be given to. And when I watch people like her, like Freddie, on stage, wow, they're not performing. They're unleashing. And what if that's what you came here to do? We settle performing because it's safe, seeming, and we came here to unleash. In other words, go nuclear. In other words, you pull out the rods and you let it fly. You have rods in a reactor to slow it down. You pull out those carbon rods and you let it fly.
I didn't know that.
Right? Oh, I'm trained to be a radiological monitor. I'm the guy. I actually had a card. Right? I'm the guy that's trained to go to a nuclear incident or accident and measure and find out how fast does everyone die. Right?
Jeepers creepers.
Yeah, I had a lot of hobbies as a kid. Anyway, that's immaterial. Let it fly. So, did we nail it? Circumstances change. Yes. Human love. Love is what you are. The most nuclear thing on the planet is love. It really is. And it's part of it is fondness, part of it is caring, part of it is realizing if you don't do... you want to know why people procrastinate? I put up a special. Hey, if you join us today at manifestingmasterycourse.com, I'll give you the procrastination pack for free. It's a $50 savings. Sign up now. Almost nobody has. They're still procrastinating. I'll put out the thing. A couple of them will panic and get in at the end. Most will wait till Monday and send me an email saying, sorry, I missed it. Can I get in? I'll say no. Because why do they procrastinate? Because it gives them pain. Why do they want pain? Because they're living a flatline life. When you live a flatline life and you're settling for much less than what thrills you, you need something to give you intensity. And that will be pain. On the other hand, there's nothing more intense than love. And when you unleash you, when you're willing to step on each other's toes and not avoid the pain, then you can share in passion and pleasure that almost nobody gets. And that's what's cool. Because if she can reveal to me, if we can stub each other's toes if we're willing to dance to the point where we stub each other's toes, we can't help but experience pain, passion, and pleasure. And pain's like taking a shit. You do it once a day, twice a day if you eat stuff you shouldn't. I'm just so judgmental. But anyway, that's what I got. JoinRemarkable.com. That's it. Thanks for playing. Victoria, you do your bits.
Okay. Excellent, Lisa. That was gorgeous. And, yeah. Thank you for your question.
Your whole life is a stage. This chick you mentioned, the soprano,
yeah.
What if you actually got your whole life as a stage?
Yeah.
God, I got so many stories from this morning. I do.
Cool. Excellent. And what we want to know now is tell us what was your hashtag strawberry bit.
Right.
I know I said there was that one bit about a previous question. I can't remember what it was now. I really like though as well about instead of reviewing.
Yes.
Almost like a checklist. What did I do? But viewing it in. It's like dreaming it in, or whatever Neville's thing was. I love that.
Yes.
I love how Marie was. It was so burning. It was like intoxication, like getting on the stage. That passion for it. And there's loads more, because there was another one that where I said that's my strawberry bit and I can't remember what it was. So yes, what were yours?
You want to know what? Ready? Let's piss some people off, shall we? You want to know why people become addicted to intoxicants? Because they don't become intoxicated with their life. I enjoy a good whiskey, but I told Victoria the other day, back when we had the loogie or the sickness, whenever we were down with the sickness, right?
Oh, yeah.
I had no interest in smoking because I was enjoying barely breathing. However, yeah, I've got this amazing capacity to enjoy having my fist get close to my face, whether it's smoking or drinking. I love to sit and look at a tree and open up and just enjoy a little bit of something on my lips. And so I started drinking a little bit of whiskey every day. Not much, just a little bit. And then I told Victoria the other day, I don't feel like doing that anymore. I feel like just drinking Friday and Sunday or Saturday and Sunday. We'll find out which. I bought 2 bottles of whiskey today to last me the rest of the year. I'm not resisting drinking.
No.
Right? What I'm inviting is actually enjoying it, but not out of quote-unquote habit. But here's what I noticed. It was beginning to feel like sugar to me. And when I eat sugar, personally, and again, I'm not demonizing sugar, I'm telling you my experience. When I eat sugar, I find myself no longer intoxicated with life. It just doesn't agree with my body chemistry. I become a bitchy bystander. And I don't like that experience. And so I don't bother eating sugar. And I know someone's going to say, Mr. 20 doesn't understand anything. He sold the pearl. You know what? My car doesn't run on diesel. My body apparently does not run on sugar. Thank God. I really don't even like it. But I seem to digress. And so I decided, rightio, I'm going to smoke a little more, drink a little less, and just enjoy the intoxication of what shows up. And I suspect I might find myself having another hour or 2 a day to just type shit. Oh, you guys have no idea. Right? Yes. What intoxicates me, and what pleasures me, more the possibility of banging out shit while smoking than not. So if you surrender to your actual intoxications, you will not surrender to substitute intoxicating substances and then having to resist that forever. Right? But anyway, that'll just jerk some people's chains, all in love. But I'm just telling you, just telling you, right? There's some lovely ways to live. All right. So it's my strawberry bit, the intoxication
Yeah.
her on the stage. There was another word, I forget what it was. But I get the experience. And what if every day could be full of those? You wouldn't need to do anything else. You wouldn't need a substance to give you the hit. And if you stop using the substance, then what most people do is they end up being procrastinators, so they can get a hit. In other words, you could be throwing punches instead of getting hits. And hit. I think that's good shit. I made an addiction pack years ago. It was one of my least best sellers. Oh my God. Great shit. But anyway, I'll stop yakking. Lovely. Have a great day, guys. It is a long show. That poor
really
Victoria.
Long.
Radio.
It's getting really hot out here.
Really hot, really long. Love you guys. Have a lovely day. Dive deeper, soar higher. Join remarkable.com.